what's up guys? Welcome to day 4 of 31 days of Halloween. Today we're going to be doing a slice in the skin, and for that you're going to need scar wax and a makeup spatula or a Q-tip, or you can use the back of a makeup brush, whatever works. So I just took a small glob of some scar wax, warmed it up between my fingers, and I'm going to apply it on my skin. You can do this anywhere on your body. I chose to do it on my arm just for viewing purposes. I will warn you, scar wax is my least favorite type of medium to work in just because it's really sticky. So I used some rubbing alcohol to get it off my fingers and then sprayed my spatula. Now I'm taking tweezers with a cheap makeup sponge, and I'm just picking at the flat end of it. This just gives your makeup sponge some texture. Doesn't really matter how you do it, just use either your fingertips or tweezers. And now I'm going to be using alcohol activated paints. You can also use cream based paints or water activated paints, whatever you have on hand will do. And I'm just going to color that wax a little bit. If you are on set doing this, I'd recommend using a scar wax sealant, but for video purposes today, we are just going right on in with the color. The scar wax sealant just makes it so that you can't dent the makeup. Now we're taking our sharp point of the makeup spatula and just making a little divot in the thickest part of the scar wax. And now we're gonna add some deep red color to deepen that scar, if you will, cut. And now we're just gonna throw it right into that crevice and make it look really deep, really gory and fresh. And we're gonna add a little bit more color, make it a little bit darker. And now I'm taking some of the zombier colors, that's not even a word, but let's call it zombier. And I'm just gonna discolor the skin around the scar a little bit. And we're just gonna add some blood because you can't have a cut without some blood, right? There it is, nice and bloody. So this, I'm just showing you what it looks like if you were to just do a scratch with fake blood. So that's the difference between a scratch and a gash in your arm. And I felt a little guilty just doing one little tiny 2-minute trick for you. So I'm going to show you guys how I do bruised knuckles. It's another quick little trick, easy to do, takes 2 seconds, and you're going to use the same exact sponge. You don't have to tweeze up a new one, and the same palette. And you're just gonna start with discoloring the skin. I always do this with a little bit of yellow and maybe a little bit of green and whatever skin color is in the palette. And that's just because bruises usually turn yellow first and last. And then I'm just adding a little bit of red to make it look like it was a fresh punch. Kind of want to make it look like I was just in a fight or I punched the wall, whatever it may be. And the darkest pigment is going to be right on the actual knuckle, because if you were to actually punch something, that's the harshest point of impact. So now we're adding some yellow. And now I wanted to show you guys what to do if you get a little too heavy-handed and maybe add a little too much paint. All you have to do is spray some alcohol directly onto the skin and pat away where it was too much. And that's it. So that's how you do a gash and some bloody knuckles. And I will see you guys tomorrow for day 5 of 31 days of Halloween. Bye, guys.